Hey guys, my name is John, and I make animated short films and animated content on YouTube. And typically this specific channel is for just my animated short films that I usually put on here. But I thought just because it takes a really long time for me to actually make the animated short films or find people to make the animated short films for me, I would kind of fill in the gaps of the time when I'm making new ones with like educational videos or announcements for new short films. And today we're actually going to be doing educational short film. I'm going to show you a couple ways where you guys can meet people to work on your animations for you, or just if you need editors or things of that nature, just to help get your short films out there, just because I know it's really hard to like find people to do that. And I'm going to show you guys really like cost-effective ways to find these people. These are really good places to get these your animations done for cheap, just because I know animation is very expensive. And yeah, I'm going to be showing you 3 different spots, and I'll give you guys 2 places that I've used personally and vetted. So we're going to be starting with Discadia. So out of the 3, Discadia is the one I have the most experience with using. It's the one where you can get the best prices at, in my opinion. So what Discadia basically is, it's basically a tool that you use to look up different Discord servers. I like using Discord because a lot of times on these Discord servers, you're going to find a lot of students who are just trying to get a project out there. So they'll charge way lower prices than professional artists. Now, that being said, don't go out there lowballing people. Don't be shitty. Don't do that. But you know, just if you want a good price, if you're first starting out making short films and you need people to work on it, this is a really good one, and you'll get your bang for your buck. There's so many different servers you can use. It's probably my favorite tool on here, my favorite site to use on here. I'm giving you these other sites so that way you guys have more like conventional ones to use, because there are some hiccups with this. For example, you are at a very big risk of facing a lot of scammers. So for example, like on sites like Freelancer and Fiverr, which are the 2 sites I'm going to be showing you, they already kind of have it where you can have like a review system with the artist, and you can see what people have said about them, you can see their work, things of that nature. Discadia, you can't really do that. You have to privately message the person, you have to do a lot of vetting for yourself. So that's the biggest con for this, but I still think this is the best one to use if you're first starting out and you are very low on money. You will find a lot of very good people here who are willing to work with you based on what your price point is. Alright, the next website I'll be showing is Fiverr. So for Fiverr, from what I've found through research and my own personal experience, Fiverr is the cheaper option of these next 2 sites I'm going to show you. However, it's really good for smaller projects. That's where you can find the best rates, is for smaller projects like short little 2-minute animations or short little 5-minute animations, or things like a comic or manga or things you want to make. You'll find the best deals here on Fiverr. Like as you can see, like its namesake, you can find things for really low prices, like $10, things of that nature. So it's good for small, cheap projects. It's very easy to pay people, which is something you wouldn't really think about when you're like looking for services. But I found, especially on Discadia, it's hard because you get on Discadia, you find somebody there, you're like, okay, what do you use? If they're international, you gotta download something called World Remit or some other type of app to pay people from international, or you have to find out if they use Cash App or PayPal or things of that nature. So you're using all these different apps versus something like Fiverr, where they tell you how to pay them right off the bat like that, and it's easy. There is a very large talent pool on Fiverr. Unfortunately, this kind of leads to my real big con of it, is that bigger projects like high quality animation and longer animation, there's like 10 minutes of very high quality animation, can be extremely expensive. It's very expensive. While I prefer Fiverr over our next website, just please keep that in mind when you're trying to finance a very large project. If you go through here, it's going to be really expensive, just to be honest with you guys. Another good thing about Fiverr is its review system. So this takes a lot of the process of vetting out for you. You can just see the reviews from other clients about this person's particular work, and that helps out quite a bit. Like I said, Gelinas does not have a lot of that. You will have to be taking chances vetting yourself, so just be careful. And for those of you who don't know what vetting is, it's basically just making sure the person is legit, not a scammer, their work is good, they have good quality, they actually match your project, that kind of thing. So that's what I mean when I say vet. And then, like I said before, they're very open about their prices. You can see the basic package, the standard, and the premium. So another thing to know for Fiverr. And another thing I did want to add is sometimes you'll see these like smaller prices. Sometimes you may think that might be bullshit, and sometimes it could be. But another thing that you have to take in consideration is a lot of times on these websites and on Gelinas, if you get offered a small price, ask them where they're from. They might be from somewhere internationally. And international prices are a steal because a lot of times their cost of living is a lot cheaper than it is here for us in the States. So while it may seem like a low price for you, for them, they're making it large. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to commission for a project. If you can find somebody international and their work is good and they're offering a low price, take that deal, because a lot of time international workers are really good. And for our next website, we have freelancer.com. Now, while I did say I prefer Fiverr just because I've noticed that the prices on Fiverr are a lot cheaper than on freelancer.com, freelancer.com has some things that are better than they are on Fiverr. So one of those things are it's a lot easier to post your project. Now what I mean by that is when you post a project, you can post it on here with no fees, and you can find similar projects to yourself. So what you can do is you can look at the terminology on those similar projects and you can put it in your project description. That way more freelancers are more likely to look at it and place bids on your project because you're using actual proper terminology. Another thing that I really like with Freelancer is not only can you see their portfolio, and not only can you see their reviews, you can also see their work experience, which is a big thing to help you vet in the process. And another thing they do have is you can see their education, publications, things of that nature, and their certifications. So that's another really good thing that I really like about Freelancer, that it does have the edge over in Fiverr. So a few of the cons for freelancer.com is it has a smaller talent pool than Fiverr. So the quality of work can vary on Freelancer and it's not as consistent as it would be on Fiverr. Another thing that you want to keep in consideration is if you're doing like bigger projects, just know for things like NDAs or to feature a project, things like that, there will be additional fees on freelancer.com. So just keep that in mind when you're using freelancer.com for bigger projects or even for smaller projects. So I mentioned at the start of the video that I was going to tell you guys about two of the places I've worked with. So we're going to start with Mikeson Studios. Mikeson Studios is a small animation company that's primarily specializes in 2D animation. I worked with them on my first animated short film, which is currently getting played for you right now, and they are amazing. They are really willing to work with you on the price. Like for example, this animation was supposed to be around, I want to say it was 800 bucks. That was what they quoted me, and we were able to get it down to 650. Now 650 from 800 is crazy enough in and of itself, but this is 6 minutes of animation. And for animation of this quality, for 650 for 6 minutes, if you know anything about animation, you know that is a very good price that I got here. So I 100% recommend these guys. So here's Mikeson Studios' official YouTube channel, just so you guys can see some of their work. Again, I highly recommend them, and I will leave a link to their channel in the description. Okay, the last person I'm going to tell you guys that I'm working with right now is Trayson. So I've been working with him for about a month on my newest short film. It hasn't come out yet, but I'm working on it right now, and he is amazing. He is doing 40 illustrations for me, fully detailed, fully colored, clean art lines for a amazingly low price, and he is just great. Like, here's some of his work right here. I can't praise him enough. I will leave his Instagram in the link. Here it is right here in case you want to look at it right now. I want to add him right now. He does great work. And yeah, thank you for checking him out. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comments and I will do my best to respond to them. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.